Hello guys, welcome to my page on my channel. It depends on where you're watching this video from. My name is Kes Ziwegbe. Today I'm talking about an affirmation that I always use, and it's simple. It's a simple phrase that says, I will not be silenced by my suffering. And I just felt like sharing it with you guys and saying the meaning of, that phrase to me, what I get from that phrase, and how I apply it in my life. So let's get into this video and this conversation. Let's just talk about how you can go through your sufferings and your challenges or problems and not be silenced by them. It's important because sometimes we get silenced by them without knowing. So yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Hello everybody. I'm back again. Today I am gonna be getting ready and having like a conversation with you guys. So I'm back. I'm really back. I laid my edges and all. So I'm gonna be putting on my ponytail clipping and just doing my lips and just the final stuff for my before I step out. I put on some weight, so I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. It's a good thing actually. It's really good. So today I'm going to be talking about let me set this better. Today I'm going to be talking about is an affirmation that I always use. I've been using it for years now. It's the phrase is, I will not be silenced by my suffering. I got this affirmation from a book that I listened to. Yeah, an audio book. It's actually a book, but I listened to it on Audible. I need to find the name of the book. I cannot go on without getting the name of the book. If I can find my Audible. Actually, I got this book on the Libby library, and it got to a part I was like, I can't continue reading this book. Oh my god, because I really wanted it to be like a beautiful story, and you can see I'm still reading it. Like, look, I had to go back now and finish the book. It's called After the Rain by Alexandra L. Alexandra L. That's her name. So let me just quickly put this on. Sorry. So I made this clipping myself. I think I've said this before. I used a very old hair that I had. Alright, that is better, right? That is so better. Okay, so let's see. Okay, that's way better. When I get up, I'll pin it down before I leave. Let's get back into what I was saying. This is not, the plan is not to get like carried away. So what was I saying? I got it from that book. I love that book. I love that book so much. I'm gonna read it over and over again. I had to buy it on Audible because I was like, I love this book so much. So guys, she talks about a lot of things. Well, really it's about that phrase, and the moment I heard that phrase, I will not be silenced by my suffering, it just meant so much to me, and it was just so liberating. Sometimes you spend a lifetime just finding answers, and you could just find that answer in a phrase, and I'm very happy that I did. And that phrase means so much to me because if you've dealt with this feeling, here I go again. I need a minute. feeling of like maybe, when I say depression, feeling of, just unworthiness and feeling down and stuff like that, and just being sad and not just finding the joy in life. It takes a lot to get you out of it. And even when you find your way out, you still linger around it and be like, you know what, I need to find meaning to this stuff. I need to find meaning to why should I move on? Why should I not let this stuff, overtake me? Why should I not let this stuff make me sad all the time? Why? You still kind of want to ask yourself questions like that, like why do I have to be happy? Why do I? Because really, people would say like happiness is like something you just have to find, or just make yourself happy. But sometimes I feel like happiness is something you create yourself, and you create it by making a decision that I want to be happy. Like I said in my last discussion, I'm making a statement like, this is not my life. I am not a sad person. So whatever you can do to make yourself happy, you just have to start. So sometimes you need answers. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. You need answers to be like, why should I be happy? Why should I invest in making myself happy, even though right now I have dwelt on this for so long? Why? And I found the answer in this phrase, and this phrase that I said, I will not be silenced by my suffering. Yeah. Most times we unknowingly allow our suffering to silence us. Unknowingly, we allow it. Unknowingly. Even when we know that we're getting silenced, it's like there's no way out. And you get silenced by your suffering. Your suffering could be anything. Your suffering could be that you're not where you're supposed to be right now. Could be that you are in a loveless marriage. Could be that you don't have a child now. Could be that you are struggling in your job. You're struggling with your mental health. You're struggling with your relationships, your friendships. Could be that you're lonely. Could be that the last time I looked at my videos, like I wish I had more scenarios. I wish I had said more, So I'm trying to think of a lot. There's so many sufferings. It could just be something that if someone tells you, you'd be like, this is rubbish, but to them it's a big deal. Your suffering could be anything that just stresses you out. It just takes that, it just stresses you out all the time, and it doesn't. That, like, when you smile and you think about it, it's like, oh, why am I smiling? It could be anything. It could be that you're not financially there. You're dealing with a health related issue. You're dealing with an illness or something, or a family is ill, or someone is sick, or just anything that kinds of put a pause on your happiness. And this stuff is just recurrent. Like it is either it's something today, or it's something tomorrow, or it's something this month, and it's something next month, or it's something this year and it's something else next year. So it could be anything. The range is endless. And most times we allow our suffering to silence us, and it silences us in a way that we don't know until it's just like almost too late. But it's never too late. As long as we're alive, it's never too late, So we don't know that we're silenced because we say, oh, because I have this problem, I can't go out. I can't pursue another dream when I've not solved this problem. I can't be all out there happy and jumping when my health is declining. I can't be happy for somebody else when stuff is not happening for me. These are the things that we tell ourselves. and it just silences us. It silences us and it kills us every day because of this problem that we have, and we're like, what am I laughing about? What is funny? What is funny? Look at what is happening to me. What is funny? Why should I smile? Why should I smile to a stranger? Why should I be all dressed in the morning and looking fine? What's funny? What's making me excited? Why am I, giving advice to other people when my life is fucked up? When I can't even fix this one thing about my life? Why am I jumping up and down when there's this thing that I'm dealing with? What are you talking about? I don't want to hear it. I have my own problems. And this is how it silences us every day, and unknowingly we just get silent. It just, presses us down and down and down and down until you're like a version of yourself that you don't recognize. And you're like, oh my God, there was that time 10 years ago. Oh my God, you look at your pictures from 10 years ago, you're like, oh my God, where did this person go? This person that was hopeful and excited and happy and just the life of the party and saw life in different light. Where did they go? They didn't go nowhere. You just silenced them. Yeah, you did. You allowed your suffering or the stress that you are dealing with to silence you. So that's why I always say, like, I will not be silenced by my suffering. And every time I say it, I kind of remind myself why I have to be present for myself. I have to take actions for myself. I'm not going to allow what I'm going through to silence me. I have to take actions. Everything can be solved. Everything can be solved as long as we're alive. And if it cannot be solved, it's okay. It's okay. We're still alive, and there's still something to be happy about. Time to do my lipstick. So my camera was not clear, and I just didn't notice until now. And I've said a lot. Anyways, okay. So yeah, like I'm just doing like the final touches to my hair. I did my lipstick. I'm gonna just include the way I did it. It's really simple. I just put like a black liner. Yeah, a black liner, which I got from an eyeshadow. It's just basic at the top and at the bottom, and I cleared the middle and I put the white, just the clear gloss over it. Simple, basic. So let's go back to what we were discussing. So I was basically saying that everything has a solution, and even if it doesn't, we're still alive. And when you look at it that way, I think what really works for me, I can only speak from my own, stuff that I've learned so far. And as I evolve, I would, say more and just share more and learn more from you guys. What I can say is that what really works for me is that I look at it that everybody is going through something, and it's not perfect for everybody. Really, it's really not. It's either you are financially there, and there's just something you just want. But we all try to make the best out of our situation. And even though a lot of people are not coming out and just saying what they're going through, I just know that everybody has something they're dealing with from the little experience that I have, and that just kind of inspires me to want to show up for myself. And I will not allow my suffering to silence me. I will not allow it to silence me in the way I show up for my life. I'm going to make the best of my situation. I'm going to wake up in the morning and do the little things that I can do to make myself happy. I'm going to show up for my friends. I'm going to show up for my partner. I'm going to show up for my family. I'm going to always just show up for other people. I'm not going to say because I'm going through a situation, it's going to make me like just numb towards whatever other people are going through and towards other people's challenges, and that's how we do not allow our suffering silence us. We try to show up for ourselves and show up for people in our community and our partner and our family and our friends, and just do the best we can. And we, most importantly, you have to show up for yourself, because if you don't show up for yourself, how can you even show up for other people? So I think my message today is like, do not allow whatever you're going through silence you. Okay, remember to say this to yourself. I've been saying this for like years, and sometimes when I still forget that I don't want my suffering to silence me, and I still find myself like, feeling really sad and really low, and then just, sulking in whatever issues arise out of nowhere. And I'm like, no, this cannot make me. This situation, this challenge is it's not like everything about me. I have other good things about me that I want to, thrive on and build. So this is just one issue that I have, and I want to just like put it out to you there. If you work from that perspective, maybe that would help. I'm just saying, I know some people, a lot of things don't help them, but you can start one day. A lot of this talk doesn't really help, because it's like, you don't know what I'm going through, blah, blah, blah. But you can start somewhere. You can start by saying, you know what if this challenge I have is not as big as I make it look? I remember that was something that I did. What if it's not as big as I make it look? What if I make it look that big? What if I'm giving it this life and I'm making it? Because at some point it was like, oh my God, everybody that was talking to me, that was what they were saying about me. And that problem that I had was what everybody was saying. And that wasn't true. It's only when you give it so much life that everybody begins to, they might not even see it though. They might just be like, what is up with this girl? They might just not see a better version of yourself, So you can start by that thought. What if this problem is not as big as it is? What if I can make it smaller? I know that it's freaking hard to think like that. Oh my God, when you're in the midst of that storm, it's not easy. You just have to remember that we do not want our suffering to silence us. So if you know that you do not want your suffering to silence you, and you remember that, the first thing is that my suffering cannot silence me. If you remember that, then it's going to be easier. It's going to be easier to now put a foot forward and say, okay, what is my first approach to this problem? Like, please don't let your problem silence you. Don't let your suffering silence you. I'm not talking about like maybe, in terms of like vocally. I'm talking about in terms of your action, in terms of how you live your life, in terms of how you show up for yourself, in terms of how you hope, in terms of how you dream, and in terms of how your outlook to life. Don't be gloomy because of your suffering. I know it's hard. I keep saying it's really hard. It's really hard because there's so many like scenarios that I can't even begin to picture, that is so hard to like really say, okay, I'm going to try my best to see a good light, and see this from a good light rather. There's so many scenarios I can just imagine, but who says you can't try? There's always going to be new and harder scenarios to get out of. People have come out of like hard scenarios. There's going to be harder ones, and who says yours is not like the harder ones that you can come out of and still come and tell people, look, I came out of something that's harder than what you're talking about, and that would even encourage the other person. So yeah, just give it a try. Like, remember that you do not want your suffering to silence you. I will not, say it with me, I will not be silenced by my suffering. That is not my life. I choose to see the best in my situation. And I wish you do too. And I wish you really do too. And I wish you do too. Start having that mindset so that you can then move forward to the next stage of learning the skills that will help you to thrive even in the midst of your suffering. It's a skill. There are skill sets that can help you, but you can't even get to those skill sets if you allow whatever you're going through to always make you pause your life. Because this is all we got, and I keep reminding myself, this is the life we got, and we're living it every day, and it's reducing, and the time in here is getting reduced. Yeah, we know this is not all it, but the time in here is getting reduced, so this is the life, you know. Before you know it, you're gonna be like in your 40s, in your 50s, and 60s, and even then, there's still gonna be challenges. And you'll be like, oh my god, damn, I should have used my 20s and my 30s for like something good, I shouldn't have. If there's anything I think of right now as I get older, is that I've heard people saying this, I can't believe I'm coming to this conclusion too, is that the things I bothered myself about, I shouldn't have bothered about them too much. Yeah, there was things that I needed to solve. I'm not saying that you don't need to solve whatever problem you are in or whatever challenge you're going through right now. You need to get it resolved. You need to get out of it. My point is, even though you're trying to get out of that situation, you don't want to dim your life or pause your life, pause how you show up for yourself because of that situation. In the midst of trying to resolve that situation, remember to live your life. Remember to take advantage of the rest of the other part of your life that is still like intact. You know what I mean? So yeah, while solving it, don't make that problem be everything about you. Don't make it like everything. And it's not like you're living in denial. It's a problem, and you're gonna walk through it. It's gonna take time. That's one thing I always tell people. It's going to take time. It's not going to disappear in 1 minute, because that problem did not just come in 1 minute. Some do, but most don't. So it's going to take time. But in the midst of that time that you are trying to solve this problem, are you going to be silenced? Are you going to be a gloomy person and not take advantage of the sunlight, advantage of your friendships, advantage of the community you are in, advantage of where you are, advantage of the other things that could make you happier? Still live your life while you solve this problem. Do you understand? So that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to me. I say this all the time, and I just want to share it with you guys. I will not be silenced by my suffering. I heard that affirmation in a book I listened to. It's called After the Rain by Alexander L. I took a picture of it. I'm going to show you guys one more time. Yeah, this is the book. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really lovely book. I cried. It's just she just told us, I think she's so brave to, when I listen to people's book and audiobooks and people tell their story, I'm like, you guys are so brave. It's not easy coming out here to just share your experience. It's really, I can't even imagine. It's really hard, and I look forward to the day that I look forward to like digging deep into my vulnerability, and I think it's another level of growth that I admire so much. And yeah, thank you for listening to me, guys. Thank you. I hope you go out there and make the most of your life, and just try. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to stress yourself too much because you want to make the most. But you just have to be authentic to yourself. Like, be authentic and be vulnerable and lean into your vulnerability and just be like, I'm here. I just want to do the best that I can. But I'm not going to let it stress me. I'm not going to let it be, I'm not going to do it with a lot of like anger and vengeance and all that negativity and all that. I'm just going to do it, and if you're not there yet, you're gonna get there. Especially deep down, if you're like, God, I want to get to that point where I can pursue my dreams but I can still be like chill and just, you know, be vulnerable and not be bitter about it. And God is just wonderful. It's gonna lead you to it. It's gonna lead you to it. And I can't wait for him to like show me more and for me to learn more. It's beautiful. I love it. I love learning. I love learning so much about life and how to live life the right way. Or who knows? I just want to learn more. So yeah, my point is, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for listening to me. I love you all so much. Have a great day and a great week. I'll see you next time. I can. Bye. And look at my nails. I like them.